Hello everyone, welcome back. So guys, in this video, we'll try to discuss another very important topic inside OOP, that means object-oriented programming, called class versus object. Because I have seen like many people have this doubt, like what is the class and what is the object inside OOP, okay? Because there are so many confusion I have seen. So let me first of all clarify what is the class and what is the object inside OOP, okay? After understanding it, going forward, whatever code actually will be writing, it would be very much clear in your mind, okay? So for this, let me open up my code editor and let me show you some of the example there. So see guys, if I just write this particular statement, let's say I'll take a list. So let's say I'm having one list, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if I just write L dot upper, okay, L dot upper. And now if I execute this particular code, so what would be the output? Just pause the video and let me know. See, if I execute the program, it will throw me one error, and the error is list object no attribute upper. Fine. Now I will just write another program. Let's say s is equal to Bappy. Okay. Now if I just write let's say s dot append. Okay. Let's say I want to append f here. Now again, if I execute the program, what will be the output? See, if I execute the program, again it will throw me one error. Okay, it is telling me string object no attribute append. Now you will tell me, sir, are you mad? Because list doesn't have any kinds of upper function and string doesn't have any kinds of append function. So why you are writing this kinds of wrong code here? See, I have written this wrong code because I wanted to show you one thing here. See, every time whenever I'm getting this particular error, every time you will see it is telling object. Okay, it is telling object. See, the first thing it is telling list object no attributes attribute upper, string object no attribute append. Okay, now see, if I just write another data type, let's say I'll take a data type, let's say a is equal to, let's say 66. Now if I just write, let's say a index of 0 is equal to 1. Now if I execute, now I will see that it will throw me another error. Integer object does not support item assignment. That means in Python, everything it is considering as an object. Okay, whatever data type actually you are using, everything would be considered as an object. So there is a line actually in Python, everything in Python is an object. Okay, that is what I just wanted to show you here. Because you saw the object, okay, object oriented programming. I think you saw this particular term. So that is why I just wanted to show you the relationship. Okay, what is the object and object oriented programming, okay, inside Python. Because in Python, whatever data type you are using and whenever you are storing this particular data type, okay, in a variable, this is actually nothing but it's an object, okay, object of that particular data type. Okay, I hope now it is clear. That means list is a data type and L is the object of this particular list. And here string is the data type, S is the object of this particular string. And here integer is the data type, A is the object of this particular integer. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now another thing I want to show you, let's say I'll copy the same list here. And now if I show the type of this particular L, so type of L. Now see, if I execute the program, you'll see it will tell you it is a class list. Okay, now similar wise I will copy the next one. Now instead of appending, I'll just show you the type of the SC. Again, it is telling class string. Okay, similar wise I will also copy this one. Now I'll check the type of A. Okay, you'll see that it's a class integer. That means in Python, whatever data type you are using, it's a class. Okay, it's a class. See, different class. It's a list class, it's a string class, and it's an integer class. You can also see the implementation of this particular class, how they have implemented. So instead of defining this literal like that, I can define like that. Let's say L is equal to list. Okay, I think you know list is a function inside Python. Now see, this list is a class. Now see, if I want to see the implementation of list, I'll just press Ctrl and I'll do the left click. Now see, it will show me the implementation of this particular list class. Now see, it's a class. List is a class. Okay, and inside that they have created different function of this particular class. So similar wise, string is a class, so you can use this particular statement. So to define a string, you can use like that, str. Okay, str. Now if I again press Ctrl and left click, you will see that it will open this particular string class as well. Got it? Now I think you got it. So in Python, whatever data type you are using, it's a class at the end. And this particular class is having some of the functionality. So let me show you. So let's say if I just write like that, I'll copy this line and I will execute. Now see, if I just write like that, L dot, okay, L dot, now if I wait, it will show me different function. You can see it will show me different function, like I can perform append operation, clear operation, copy operation, count operation, and so on. So similar wise for the string as well. Let's say there is one string I'm having, and now if I press now if I just write s dot, you will see that it will also suggest me some functionality related string. Okay, now see, append is not there because append is not a function inside string class. Okay, now if I press l dot, you will see this particular append. Now append is a function of a list class. Okay, that's why you can see this particular function here. Okay, now you can ask me, then what is the difference between object and class? See the easy definition you can remember. Whatever data type you are writing, okay, this is called class. Let's say whatever data type you are using, this is called class. I'm using list, then let's say string, integer, float, then you can say boolean, whatever actually you are using the data type. This is called actually class inside Python. Okay, and to store this particular class, the variable you are using, this is called an object. Let's say here is the example. So this is my data type. This is what kinds of data type? This is my list type data type. Okay, I think you know. And to store this particular data type, I'm using this particular L variable. Okay, so here L is the object. That means L is the object of list. Okay, L is the object of list. That means whatever functionality you are having inside this particular class, everything can be accessed, okay, from this particular object. So that's why whenever I'm writing L dot, okay, L dot, so whatever functionality actually I'm having, okay, whatever functionality actually I'm having inside this particular list class, everything I can access. Okay, everything I can access. Append, clear, copy, count, extend, everything. Another simple example you can remember, let's say mobile. Okay, mobile is a class. Okay, mobile is a class. And Samsung, okay, Samsung is an object of mobile. Now similar wise, let's say iPhone. Okay, iPhone is the object of mobile. Then I can give another example. Let's say car is an class. Okay, car is a class. And let's say Tata is an object of car. Now let's say car is a class. BMW, okay, is an object of this particular car. Okay, now I think it is clear what is class and object inside OP. Whatever class you are using, it doesn't matter. But if you are storing in a variable, okay, if you are storing in a variable, and that particular variable will be considered as an object inside Python. That's why at the very first I showed you now list.upper I was writing. That's why it was telling list object has no attribute upper, because here I'm calling L. And what is L? L is a object of list. Okay, that's why it's telling is an object. Similar wise for the string as well. So here s.append I'm doing. So s object does not have any append function. Okay, that's why s is an object of string. That's why s is an object here. So here I'm storing this particular string inside s, and s is nothing but it's an object right now of this particular string class. Okay, that's why it's telling a string object has no attribute append. Similar wise for the integer as well. Okay, now I think you got it. What is object and class inside Python? Okay, inside object oriented programming. Fine. And what is the syntax to define a class? The syntax is, first of all, you have to take the object name. Okay, you have to take the object name equal to, then you have to define the class name. Let's say class name. Okay, so this is the syntax. So this is the syntax you have to always follow whenever you are creating any kinds of object of a class. Okay, first of all, give the object name equal to then class name. So here I have given an example. Let's say mobile is the class, Samsung is an object, mobile is the class, iPhone is an object. Okay, car is the class, Tata is the object, car is the class, BMW is an object. Okay, so that's how in our world we are having different actually class, and with respect to that we can create different object. So let's say human is a class, puppy is an object of human. Okay, then let's say human is a class, Alex is an object of that particular human. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now see, inside a class I'm having some property. Whenever, let's say, we'll be defining our own class. See, this is the predefined class. This is a predefined class. That means these are the inbuilt class inside Python. But going forward, we'll be creating our own class, our custom class. So whenever we'll be writing our custom class, inside that, what are the property I have to mention? So let me show you. So guys, you can see here is a diagram I kept. So as of now, you have learned class is a blueprint. Okay, it's a blueprint. And on top of this particular blueprint, I can define an object. Okay, now whenever I'm writing a class, that means I'm creating my own class. So this particular class will have two property. One is the data property. Okay, that means you have to define the data first of all. Let's say I was talking about car. Okay, car is a class. Now what are the data you can consider inside a car? Let's say color of the car, then you can consider number of tire, okay, of that particular car. Now let's say how many seats are available inside the car. Okay, so these are the actually data. Okay, these are the data of that particular car class. Okay, and there is another property we'll see called functions or behavior. Now you can tell me what is the function or behavior of a car. So let me give you one example, like how to drive a car, how to open the door, okay, how to start the car. So these are the functions and behavior of a car. So how it will, let's say, increase the speed, how it will press the brake. So these are some behavior or functions of a car. Okay, so now I think you got it. What is the property of a class? So whenever I'm writing my own class, my custom class, inside this particular custom class, what I have to write? I have to write two property. One is like the data property, other was like the function or behavior of that particular class. Okay, that is the idea. Now here is a class basic structure, like whenever we'll be defining the class inside Python, what would be the structure? Okay, so here I have written a simple demo. You can see car is a class car. Here you have to use this particular class keyword. Then you have to write the class name. Okay, class name. So class car. Now inside that you can see I'm having two property. One is like data property, another is like my functional property, functional or behavior property. Now as a data, I told you the color of the car, so this can be considered as a data, and model of the car. Okay, this can be considered as a data. And inside that, the functionality of the car, that means the calculate the average speed. Like whenever you will drive the car, it will calculate the average speed. Okay, that means the kilometer with respect to the time. So this is called actually behavior of the car. Okay, so that's how in a class actually will have two property. One is the data property, another is the function property. That means the behavior of that particular class. I hope it is clear now. And what is the object? Object is nothing but object is an instance of a class. That means whenever you are storing any kinds of object in a variable, that can be considered as an instance. Okay, instance or object, okay, of that particular class. So here is the example. Mobile is the class, Samsung is the object. So car is the class, Tata is an object. Okay, I hope it is clear now. So yes, this is the super important topic, because going forward, whenever we'll be writing our own class, we'll be defining our own, let's say, object of that particular class. So this concept will help you a lot, so that you won't be having any kinds of doubt, like what is the class and what is the object. Okay, now I think you got it. Now in the next video, we'll just try to write our first class. Okay, first class inside Python, and we'll see like how we can write the class, and inside the class how we can define our property, like data property as well as the functional property. Okay, with that, thank you so much for watching this particular video, and I will see you next time.